everyone! I am Mecha42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and just when we think we're done with Captain Marvel and her bootleg Nine Inch Nails t-shirt, we got some interesting news. So this comes to us from our friends over at Bounding Into Comics. Disney and Brie Larson's Captain Marvel now officially rotten based on Rotten Tomatoes audience score. It is back down into the rotten. It is officially rotten. It looks like they're probably no longer manipulating anything. Let's see what they have to say. Disney's Captain Marvel's audience score has fluctuated from rotten to fresh over the short lifespan it's been in theaters, but it appears it will be officially rotten moving forward. And Rotten Tomatoes audience score currently sits at 59% based on 75,471 user reviews. Because it was the huge box office success. Success doesn't mean it's a good movie, right? And to be perfectly fair, it's not the best movie. It's not the worst movie. I've certainly enjoyed it more than some of the other Marvel movies. But it wasn't nearly as good as a lot of them, like the majority of them that I've seen. So, yeah, I think it kind of deserves all the backlash. I really think it does. Just last week, the movie had a fresh audience score. For those unfamiliar with how Rotten Tomatoes comes to their audience score, it's based off of reviews that are 3.5 stars or higher. Not only has the Captain Marvel audience score moved into rotten territory, but the film has seemingly stalled at the box office. In its third weekend, the film only brought in over $34 million, nearly a 50% decline from the previous week, which was a drop-off of, I believe, 70% in the first week, and then 50%, and then another 50%, I believe. I know it dropped dramatically. I've done videos on it, countless videos on it. It's kind of more fun than the movie, watching the behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't know, what do you guys think? There won't be a whole lot more Captain Marvel after this, until she might ruin Endgame. I don't know, she's probably going to ruin Endgame. We can't get rid of her, we just can't get rid of her. I got one more video coming that's Brie Larson related too. It's a theory that I have, so... For comparison's sake, DC's Wonder Woman only had a 30% decline in its third week, where it brought in over $41 million. That's because Wonder Woman had really good word of mouth. Wonder Woman did something that Captain Marvel didn't do, and it kind of it had people going and saying, "Hey, yes, Gal Gadot was really good at this," or this movie was actually really fun. The third act's a little meh, but they always are kind of. A lot of the third acts are really kind of meh in a lot of these movies. That is one of the interesting things, though, and with the word of mouth with this, I'm surprised the drop isn't steeper, because the word of mouth has been kind of meh. It's mediocre, It's such a weird circumstance that some movie that shouldn't even make as much as like Ant-Man is at the status where we're at, She should only be like a little side character. She should be like in the sequel territory or the side characters that no one's ever heard of territory. But because they positioned this movie right before Endgame. We were talking about this last night on the Creepy podcast over on Creepy Little Books channel. Go check it out if you like spoopy stuff. We actually got sidetracked and started talking about this, and that they positioned it so you had to see it. It is just soon enough before Endgame is out that it won't be in Redbox, it won't be on streaming, it won't be on DVD or Blu-ray. So you kind of have to see it. You can't even wait and buy it. You can't wait and rent it. And they did that on purpose. They did that the same thing with Black Panther. I remember both movies, Black Panther and Infinity War, being in theaters at the same time. That's what they did this time. And they're smart. They're smart. Crooked but smart. In my opinion, they're crooked anyway. In fact, Captain Marvel currently sits at the midway point as the 10th highest domestic grossing film of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, the film has also been playing in a lot more theaters, with Box Office Mojo reporting that the film has been in 4,310 theaters. Dang, that's another reason why Disney completely stacked the decks to make this successful. They would not let this movie fail. It definitely doesn't look like the film will hit Disney's projected domestic gross of $450 million. In fact, it looks like it will fall well short of it. And the prospects of the film having any kind of longevity look grim, as the movie is finally facing some kind of competition with Jordan Peele's Us, which ranked in over $70 million in its opening weekend. Heard very good things about it, actually. It's Jordan Peele. He always makes good movies. He's got other weird stuff going on. Do you want me to make a video about Jordan Peele? I've been avoiding it because it's a little outside of the sci-fi franchise realm, but it is SJW nonsense, which we don't tolerate. We love equality. I'm a hippie at heart, really, in a lot of ways, but here we go. Back to the article. This is why you tune into me, because sometimes I go on tangents, right? This weekend, Captain Marvel will not only face competition from us, but Disney's Dumbo as well. I've heard Dumbo not getting a lot of praise, though, and I kind of had to be reminded it was even out. However, critics are already panning Dumbo, as it currently has a 55% on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow, why are they protecting that? Why are they protecting Dumbo? Oh, because it's not a woman. It's not an agenda movie. It's not, we're past the merger. It's not being released during a merger. That's why they're not defending it. However, critics are, from 123 reviews. So a bad Dumbo movie might actually help Captain Marvel. Oh, and there's another thing. They release one that they know is really, really bad. Right up against, there you go. There's another thing. Oh, well, I could watch Captain Marvel. It's getting meh reviews. I could watch this horror movie that I don't care about. Or I could watch Dumbo, which is getting terrible reviews. Gee, I'll go watch Captain Marvel. I haven't seen that. It won't be bad. That cat's cute. I like Samuel L. Jackson. Because as we know, that's all Captain Marvel is about. It's just about Orange Cat good. Samuel L. Jackson's pretty cool in that too. That's all Captain Marvel is. That's all you need to know. Orange Cat got, spoilers, got tentacles in his mouth, swallows a tesseract. It's fine. You'll be fine. You don't need to see it. It's really cute. It's possible Captain Marvel might not even hit 400 million at the domestic. Cosmic Book News has been tracking Captain Marvel in comparison to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. They report that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was able to maintain a steadier flow than Captain Marvel, as the Brie Larson starring film is quickly fading when it comes to people either rewatching it or seeing it for the first time. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 I liked more than the first film. I liked it took some time to kind of breathe. It took some time for some slow emotion and moments. What the character arc that they gave Yondu was just brilliant. It was kind of amazing. I loved the comedy. I loved the humor. I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is I probably prefer that to Infinity War in some respects. I'd have to watch them back to back, but man, that was a good one. That was a really good one. And I think it had a lot of really good word of mouth when it came out too. Because, well, also Baby Groot. Baby Groot versus Goose the Cat. Dude, you want to sell some tickets, Disney. Listen to me. Baby Groot, Goose the Cat, Rocket Raccoon. Make it happen. Make some sort of a team up, animated series, put it on Nickelodeon, I would watch it. Put it on put it on the Disney Plus streaming service. Goose and Baby Groot off on adventures or something. Because we have that little time skip at the end of Guardians 2, right? You could make that happen. There's no reason not to. He's a flirkin. He's a flippin' flirkin. I want to see that. And of course, you got to have Rocket in there. What other cute things am I forgetting? What else was cute? Were there any other cute things? Tell me in the comment section below. Were there any other cute things that you would need in a movie with Goose and Baby Groot? I mean, maybe a Porg. I would put a Porg in there because, it's all Disney and they own everything anyway. I would watch that. But interestingly enough, Guardians actually made more money in its third weekend than Captain Marvel by around $500,000. But of course, Guardians also was in the summer, I believe, and that was up against a lot of other things, I think. God, all these movies just blend together after a while. What makes these numbers even more worrying for Disney is that Captain Marvel was teased in the end credits of Avengers Infinity War, and the film was released a month before Avengers Endgame, with a hint that Captain Marvel would play a significant role in the film. Despite the film's placement, it might still perform worse than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The film has faced its fair share of controversy, with much of it brought on by its star Brie Larson. Larson injected her own personal politics into the marketing of the film, even describing the film as her form of activism. She would go on to make cracks about the patriarchy and describe the film as promoting intersectional feminism. But maybe the biggest piece of controversy Larson brought upon herself was her comments about wanting fewer white men to review Captain Marvel and cover the film on her press tour. What do you make of Captain Marvel's Rotten Tomatoes scores sinking into rotten territory? What about the fact that the film is stalling at the box office? Does this bode ill for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe after Endgame? So yeah, definitely check out this article. We love bounding into comics. Also, I do want to go over real quick and show you something kind of interesting here. So over on Twitter, go check out go to Twitter. Twitter's kind of a shithole. Some people are awesome. Doriano Carda, total shout out, sent me these. This is kind of the Rotten Tomatoes ranking of every Marvel Cinematic Universe. So the critic score for Captain Marvel puts her right in the 78%, so above Thor 1, Age of Ultron, Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, and Thor 2, which that's probably a pretty fair ranking. I would probably put Captain Marvel over Iron Man 3 just because I remember it more. I only saw Iron Man 3 with riff tracks. That's kind of how you have to watch some of these bad ones, is with the riff tracks commentary. I would probably, personally, I would put Guardians a little higher. But for the most part, it's a decent like assessment of, which ones were well received, which ones weren't. The really interesting thing, though, is the fan scores putting Captain Marvel dead last, and it's even lower than that. It is now officially rotten at 59%. So, with, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 being the highest, and I can see why. I know a lot of people really love Guardians 1. And like I said, I kind of prefer the second one because, well, baby Groot was really adorable. I'm a girl, I can't help it. I'm not a huge comic book person, but put a cute thing in a movie and I'm all over it. I kind of prefer Doctor Strange as well. I would put probably Guardians 2, Doctor Strange, Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming. Those are like the good ones, like my favorites of all those. And then of course, God, even the first Captain America I remember liking a lot. But what do you guys think? What do you think about this order? What's your order? I know some of you guys have been putting your order of what movie you like. What is your ranking best to worst of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I'm kind of curious about that, and I'll go through and read the comments and everything. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I don't want to do a whole bunch of Captain Marvel videos like every day of the week, but we do have at least one more coming up after this because my brain, that's how my brain works. My wheels start ticking and turning. So I am Mecha Random 42, PO Box 1566, Loveland, Colorado 80539. You can send angry hate mail, presents, Goose the Cat merch. I love Goose the Cat merch for unboxings because I do unboxings every now and then, and thank you guys so much for all the cool stuff. I will see you on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!